Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today, once again, we have hip-hop fans on Twitter getting shocked by yet another Eminem report. And to make things worse, this is in regards to readily available information on the internet, but evidently most would rather spend time on TikTok than do a little bit of research to verify claims. What claims, you ask? Well, in this case, the narrative that swept platforms like Twitter like no one listens to Eminem anymore or Eminem's music have aged badly. And we also have a bonus story today as someone associated with Eminem recently received a gift from him and shared it on social media. Before we get started, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So we'll get this one out of the way first. Matt Ketchum, who goes by Mr. Razor Sharp 413 on IG, Missed Opportunity 4313, shared this recently. Got a nice surprise thanks Eminem #kamikaze autograph, and it didn't take long to reach other social media platforms. Over on Reddit, a thread goes, M Store Barber just received a gift from the man himself, and more questions were asked. That's so sick. What does M even do with his hair? Cause it's probably the longest it's ever been now, and there were suggestions. Puts it in a man bun. And for some wondering, weird it's not Music to be Murdered by, here's some guesses. Maybe Kamikaze is that guy's fave album, and more. Probably because this guy toured with them on the Kamikaze tour, just a guess though. And moving on to the main topic today. Recently, a report on Twitter stated, 2000s hip-hop albums with most Spotify streams. And as you can see, Eminem nabs 5 spots in the top 10 with The Eminem Show, MMLP, Relapse, Encore, and 8 Mile. If Encore was included, just songs from the album that aren't on his studio albums that's over 2 billion streams, it would have been 6 Eminem albums in the top 10. And this resulted in some reactions like this. Ain't Eminem ever gonna give anyone else a chance? Laughing emojis. And I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but Eminem recently tied Drake's Spotify record, and they are now the only artist on the platform to have 6 albums top 2 billion streams. And on the report about that, a user stated, not even from the streaming era, it's mad. Back to the report on the most streamed rap albums from the 2000s, another user expands on Eminem dominating the list. Damn, Eminem got 5 out of these 10, actually 6 if y'all included Encore. And for those who fell for the Encore bad narrative, who believe there's no good songs on the album because of the popular narrative, it resulted in comments like this. Why the hell is Encore on this list? Shake my head. Now, contrary to popular belief though, Encore may not be consistent, but the highs on the album are untouchable. Global equivalent sales right now are at over 16 million. And for those surprised, a user dropped this. I'm assuming like Toy Soldiers, Just Lose It, and Mockingbird. I don't have my laptop in front of me to check their stream totals, but that's my guess why Encore made it. Funny how people mistake the narrative that Encore bad means no good songs on the album, but the numbers paint a different picture, hence the surprise. Check this out. Why the freak is Encore on this list? Before we get to the mental gymnasts who have come up with excuses to downplay Eminem's dominance, some are surprised that some albums are lower than they expected for other artists. For instance, a user states, how on earth is College Dropout that low? Which got this response, because what hip-hop Twitter think is not the reality. And some users rubbed it in. Funny how everyone hates M, but he's still making numbers. And to this, a user responds, only on this app, the general public loves M. And here's an example of how it is for Eminem on the platform. A user speaks out after joining Twitter. Within 24 hours since joining Twitter, I've seen somewhat Eminem hate posts. This is sad. Back to the report, the mental gymnasts were out trying to explain this. So what you're saying is Spotify has an awful lot of white rap fans, lol. And if you were with us for a while, you know that Eminem was the biggest international artist in Africa in 2020 based on streaming data. And right now on YouTube, for instance, Brazil, Mexico, India, Argentina, Colombia, Philippines, Indonesia are in his top 20 countries on this platform. Long story short, he's a worldwide artist, and this has sparked reactions like, damn, I wouldn't want to have such a shallow perception of thought. It's just embarrassing. And another user responds to that with, you are under a white rap fan Twitter page, make it make sense. Eminem's dominance also resulted in takes like this. Someone I know is to blame for Eminem here. He got a message, is in the top 1% of Eminem streamers a few years ago, and I'm positive that hasn't changed. Dude needed to expand his music a bit, lol. When Spotify 2020 Wrapped was trending, nearly every rapper had fans like that. Hell, even Sada Baby. But it's when it's Eminem it gets to, you need to expand your music. But perhaps his friend is Frank Ocean, who stated in an interview with Wax Poetics, I was always a little picky when it came to rappers because I started with M. He's so freaking good that you kind of develop a little bit of snobbery as a teenager about the rappers you listen to. So maybe we found Frank Ocean's friend? Jokes aside, I'll be looking forward to your thoughts below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.